some new updates coming out, and I've had a lot of people asking about what that's going to look like. I'm somebody who loves to give a little bit of a preview, get people amped on these changes because they are beneficial all the way around. Things are going to be smoother, faster, more information, easier to access, and I just want to show that off real quick. Now, I'm not going to go into depth on anything, but I am going to touch on a lot of our changes right now. So one of the big ones here that we're going to have is when you go to add this call, a lot of people have already seen this. Some people are just starting up though and haven't. You'll notice that we have a slide over here. You do have this create client option that has changed from the little plus there that was there before, just for clarity. Now I'm going to search for our client here, John. We select that. Automatically asks me for the location we're doing the work at. Perfect. We select it. We save that. I'm going to go ahead and input the notes that we need. This is going to be an electrical account, maybe security system, whatever we have on there. We can track our KPIs as well and save that. I'm going to add a job. When I add that job, it's immediately going to ask me why am I going out there. So I can go ahead and go through here and say maybe it's the installation or repair of the service or the camera that we have going on. And I can choose all of these options. Now, these should be auto-filled based on the reason that you're going out to. So as long as you have that set up in your settings, all of this fills in, automatically lets you know which technicians can do the work. There are some changes still being made with the calendar at this time. This is a beta account, a QA account here. So what I'm going to do is just take this, drag it out, and we'll drop it right at 2 p.m. That is now scheduled. I can close this, and you'll see on here we now have that service job on our calendar. If I want to go back to that, we can see there it is. And here's an awesome part. If I want to get right back to working on that, add more to it, add my order to it, we click on that and instantly it's going to pull up that entire call for us. So we can now view what's going on the calendar. And if I want to get back off of this, make any other changes, I'm still on the same day that I was working on. A lot of companies like to work on a specific day, make changes, go back to that. There was some jumping back and forth before. That's gone. So once I click on this here, we can see all the information. There's the service job that we're working on. We can update our dispatch status to on-site, running late, complete, whatever that is. I can text, I can email, I can go ahead and call the client if I want to on here, pull their phone number up. We can make adjustments to this as well. I can add my order. Once I add my order, it goes into our process here. So I add my items, add my photos, add my equipment, work on my equipment, whatever that is, invoice the client, and then complete my order. Once I'm done, I go back to my calendar and we update our status on here again, and we'll have the order in there with all the information. So that is a general overview of what dispatching and just viewing jobs on the calendar is going to look like. Now, we've also made changes to both the jobs and orders page. This is probably one of my favorite updates right here, besides just being able to access the call directly. Customizing this. People want to see what they want to see. We now can go in here, change whatever order, change the options that you see on here. If you don't care about some of the things like when they were updated or created or the call number, the department, the priority, whatever that is, all of that can be removed. If you want it to be striped, if you want it to look a certain way, now you have the option to organize this around however you'd like, sort based on these different options, and filter only on the things that are important to you. So you can go in here and choose your filtered options, pick what you want, and then see the specific jobs that correlate with that. Clearing those and removing those filters is very, very simple. And the same thing goes for our orders on here. A huge request is I want to see what the total balance is. I want to be able to view that real quick. I want to see what the total is. I want to know what my outstanding ones are as far as signatures concerned. Perfect. We've got it all in here now. So you can go through, see all of this data at once. It will let you know there's your order, there's your status, if there's any payment that's been made, has not been signed, has not been sent. If you want to click on any of these, it will instantly bring you to the page that correlates to take that action, or have a drop down for you to take action from there. So I wanted to keep this under 5 minutes, just a real quick video where you guys can get a nice understanding of where we're going with everything and the improvements that we continue to make. So I hope this has helped. Can't wait to get this out and in front of everybody. Have a great day.